Danny Craig here with the Worldview in 5 Minutes and Generations radio team. We appreciate you listening, and we'd love to hear from you. Would you take a few minutes to fill out a survey and share your thoughts with us to help us shape the future of our resources and podcasts here at Generations? It's quick, and as a thank you, we'd love to give you a free ebook of Kevin Swanson's latest book, Heaven Struck, and also enter you in a giveaway for a $500 gift card to our store. Visit generations.org/survey to share your thoughts. That's generations.org/survey.
It's Monday, July 14th, AD 2025. This is the Worldview in 5 Minutes, written by yours truly and heard on 140 radio stations and at theworldview.com. I'm Adam McManus. A trend of American churches being attacked appears to be emerging, reports International Christian Concern. On April 24th, a Texas woman, identified as Natasha Marie Odell, pleaded guilty to intentionally setting fire to a Seattle Lutheran church in Snohomish County, Washington, on August 25th, 2023. The blaze destroyed much of the church, and damage to the property was placed at $3.2 million. According to the U.S. Department of Justice, Odell admitted to telling, quote, various acquaintances that she was angry about churches and specifically with that one, end quote. An Arizona man identified as Simnako Sala was found guilty of a hate crime on April 3, 2025, after he targeted Christian churches with bomb threats. Sala intentionally attempted to intimidate Christians because of their faith, according to a special finding from a federal jury. After visiting 4 churches in Arizona, California, and Colorado, Sala left backpacks at 2 of them to cause fear among congregants. Although there were no bombs in the packs, improvised explosive device components were found in Sala's storage unit. The man had also consumed violent videos of the Islamic State group on social media. In John 15:18, Jesus said, "If the world hates you, keep in mind that it hated me first." The late Jeffrey Epstein was an American financier and child sex offender who assaulted 36 girls, some as young as 14, reported the Miami Herald. For years, it's been rumored that Epstein did not act alone, but trafficked these girls to his prominent and wealthy male clients. Allegedly, Epstein used such a list to blackmail them. In that unsigned DOJ FBI memo, which was released Sunday, July 6th, it says, quote, this systematic review revealed no incriminating client list. There was also no credible evidence found that Epstein blackmailed prominent individuals as part of his actions, end quote. The memo also said, quote, after a thorough investigation, FBI investigators concluded that Jeffrey Epstein committed suicide in his cell at the Metropolitan Correctional Center in New York City on August 10, 2019. This conclusion is consistent with previous findings, including the August 19, 2019 autopsy. From the time Epstein was locked in his cell at around 10:40 p.m. on August 9, 2019, until around 6:30 a.m. the next morning, nobody entered any of the tiers in the special housing unit, end quote. An Illinois abortionist who left up to half of an aborted baby inside a woman and a coin-sized hole in her uterus will be allowed to resume his practice after paying a $5,000 fine and undergoing extra medical education, reports LifeSiteNews.com. Back in March, LifeSite News covered the case of Equity Clinic founder and medical director Dr. Keith Reisinger Kindle, once the subject of fawning media coverage for promoting so-called abortion access and people's safety. According to a lawsuit by an unidentified ex-client from Indiana, the abortionist had allegedly violated that commitment to patient safety in dramatic fashion. In April 2023, a pregnant mother went to abortionist Reisinger Kindle for an abortion at approximately 22 weeks. After she called the next day to complain of cramping, she was told to take a painkiller. However, when she went to the Community Hospital South Emergency Room in Indianapolis, Physicians subsequently found fetal remains in her right pelvis, which had to be surgically removed, as well as a uterine hole roughly the size of a quarter or $50. The woman's lawsuit says, quote, the patient was found to have half of a deceased preborn human being in the right pelvis of the patient, with evidence of severe and intentional trauma. The skull was crushed, and no brain was present, end quote. Isaiah 59, verse 7, describes abortionist Keith Reisinger Kindle and his ilk well. Their feet rush into sin. They are swift to shed innocent blood. They pursue evil schemes. Acts of violence mark their ways. And finally, a left-wing writer who is emphatically pro-abortion and pro-homosexual recently argued that the Democrats should style themselves as the pro-porn party to win back ground on the free speech platform and entice young men away from the Republicans, reports Elizabeth Johnston, the activist mommy. In a bizarre commentary for The Nation that's on par with the satire piece, writer Elie Mystal states that the Democrats should strategically embrace pornography, saying there's, quote, an opportunity here for the left to pick up the banner of free speech, an opportunity to become the porn party, end quote. Responding to the Supreme Court's decision in Free Speech Coalition versus Paxton, which upheld Texas's requirement for age verification on porn sites, Mystal cited the tired old cliche of Republican hypocrisy to make the case for embracing porn as a political strategy. In Proverbs 7, verses 10 and 21 through 26, King Solomon warns his son of the seductive ways of an immoral woman. In many ways, his warnings are equally applicable to the lure of pornography. It says, then out came a woman to meet him, dressed like a prostitute and with crafty intent. With persuasive words, she led him astray. She seduced him with her smooth talk. All at once he followed her, like an ox going to the slaughter, like a deer stepping into a noose till an arrow pierces his liver, like a bird darting into a snare, little knowing it will cost him his life. Now then, my sons, listen to me. Pay attention to what I say. Do not let your heart turn to her ways or stray into her paths. Many are the victims she has brought down. Her slain are a mighty throng. And that's the worldview on this Monday, July 14th, in the year of our Lord 2025. Follow us on X or subscribe for free by Spotify, Amazon Music, or by iTunes or email to our unique Christian newscast at theworldview.com. I'm Adam McManus. Seize the day for Jesus Christ.